Lady from the 7th District, Representative Short.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I appreciate the good comments from the gentleman who just spoke. And I want to talk about a mine that closed in my district back in the early 2000s, Northwest Alloys. And I want to talk about the impact that the closure of those 350 jobs had on my local schools. And as we're talking about education funding, Mr. Speaker, the things that were impacted the most in Stevens County when those jobs went away, because the families went away, they moved to other jobs, was our schools. And our schools are still struggling, and we have a tax package before us today that is in no small part going to do the same thing potentially. I looked at the profile, the economic profile of my northern three counties, Stevens, Ponderay, and Ferry. There's about 30% of the income in the businesses in that are the things that we're going to tax today, Mr. Speaker. 30%. These are in counties that already have double-digit unemployment. And you know the irony of that, Mr. Speaker, is we were wood product dependent, natural resource dependent economies, Mr. Speaker. And you know how we diversified service jobs, professional service jobs. The same now 30% of our economies that are going to be taxed today, Mr. Speaker. But I want to talk about one of those small businesses who happens to be a bottled water facility. You know, he talked about the difficulty that his business had, Mr. Speaker, in 2010 when those taxes were put into place, and he saw a 10% nosedive right away in his struggling small family business. He struggled, but he's growing again. It's taken 3 hard, long years. And you know what, Mr. Speaker? He shared a story with me about how proud he was to take $1 million and invest in growing his business and creating jobs, Mr. Speaker. He's doing that right now as we speak, $1 million of investment. And one of the families that he supports right now, Mr. Speaker, just had a brand new baby in April. And they have a 1-year-old. And he is the sole provider of their family, Mr. Speaker. You know, these are the families that we're trying to support and help. Vote this bill down.